Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is Kitech Digital. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a music website. Now why am I over here at ghflames.com? Because we're going to use this as an inspiration to create our website. So we're going to look at this website over here because this is a fully functioning music website where people come over there to what? To download their music. So we are going to use this website as a case study to also look upon it to create our website. So as you can see, this website have a top header over here, the main header over here with some menu icons over here, and then another subheader with the ticker, trending today items over here, and then also have this slider over here which automatically slides, and then also a search bar over here, and then a browse button over here, and then is also displaying displaying this advertisement banner over here, and then also a trending highlights to session over here, and then just arrived, and then we have music videos, and then also entertainment, and then we have the social media like page or whatever it is, and then we have a small footer over here. So I'm going to show you how you can be able to create this one. Now this website that we're going to create is basically inspired by this particular website. So without wasting my time, and I know you guys are interested in it, that is why you are here. Let's jump into it and then start creating the website. Now guys, to start creating a website like this, you need a domain and then hosting. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what domain name is just like this one over here, which says the ghflames.com. okay, that is the domain name. Okay, that is the domain name. So you will need a domain name and then a hosting over there. Now the hosting is a platform that hosts your it's just like a storage, buying storage storage space in the cloud. So it hosts your your files, your website files. This website consists of folders and files, and you need a place to host them. Now if you host it on your computer, it would not be able to access by the World Wide Web. Okay, so people will not be able to access it. It is just for only you. But if you want a lot of people to be able to access your website, that is the main thing that we are creating, then it means that you need a place to host them. So we need a domain name, and then we need hosting. Now to get a domain name, I'm going to do a quick overview of how you can be able to get a domain name. I've created different videos and other stuff of how you can get a domain name, so I'm not going to waste time on it. Now just click on a new tab over here, and then search type in kitechdigital.com/namecheap. Just type in over here. Okay, you're gonna be landed on the landing page where you can get cheap domain name and hosting package to buy. Okay, so this is the place whereby you you're gonna buy the domain name. So let's say I want a domain name. So let's say I want to buy GH music blog. Okay, so GH music blog GH. So let's say GH music blog. Okay, so just like this one. So I can search the domain name over here, and then if it is available, I'll be able to purchase it. If it is not available, it means that I have to search for a different domain name, because somebody have already taken it. Okay, so as you can see over here, they said GH Flames ghmusicblog.band is is available, and then also ghmusicblog.com is also available. So this is exactly the domain name that I want. Okay, so if I go over here and then add .com to it, it's gonna search for it, and then tell me that it is what it is available. Now of course I can get it to a $9.58 per year, or I can use the Newcom 698 and then get it to a 6.98.com. So 6.98 USD. So what I need to do is just add this one to cart. Okay, so just add it to your cart over here. Just continue and add it to your cart, and then you need to buy hosting. Okay, so forget about what it's over here. Don't click on anything over here. Just go to hosting over here, and then click on shared hosting over here. Okay, so go ahead and then as you can see, for the shared hosting you can get it as low as 2.18 dollar per month. Now of course, if you want to expand your business, if you want to make it big, you want to get bigger, you can choose between these two things over here. Okay, now if you don't have a lot of money, you can just choose this one over here. Now if you choose this one, you're gonna pay $25.8 per year. Okay, and then you're gonna renew it at $49.88 per year, which is very cheap. Okay, so it means that, meaning that your domain name and then your hosting, you're gonna get it less than $50 per year for that particular year as you bought it. And then you are going to renew it not even up to 70 or 60 USD. Okay, so that is every year. Imagine every year you renew your domain 70 USD. That is very, very cheap. Okay, depending on what you're going to use your website for, and your website is going to help people spread their music and other stuff. You're going to blog music and all those things. Okay, so that is exactly what we want. So you can choose this one. You can click on get started, and then buy the hosting and a domain, and then we start. Now I'm not going to go into details in how you can be able to buy domain and all those things, because I'm going to leave a link in the description down there, so that you can be able to click on it to watch how you can be able to buy your domain name and then hosting. Okay, so let's say you've bought your domain name and hosting, and then you've connected your you've installed WordPress on your hosting. Okay, connected all of them together, because when I leave the link over there, it will teach you how to be able to do all those things. Okay, now after installing the website, you come over here. Okay, so this is after installing the WordPress on your website, you're going to get something like this over here. Okay, so after buying your domain name, installing WordPress and on your website, on your hosting, you're gonna get something like this. Okay, so this is the dashboard, the admin dashboard of your website, and this is where every action takes place. Okay, now if you take a look at the website over here, this is the website. I'm gonna close this one. This is the website. There is nothing on it. Okay, as you can see over here, there is nothing really on it. Okay, so all what we're going to do is we are going to redesign this one and make it something like this. Okay, something like this. That is exactly what we want it. Okay, so how do we do it? Now first of all, we need to do some WordPress settings. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to dismiss this one, and I'm going to go over here, and then untick all these ones over here, uncheck all these ones. So I'm going to have a clean dashboard. Okay, so now that I have a clean dashboard, what else do? I go to settings over here, go to general, set up my WordPress name, site title, and all those things. Okay, so as you can see over here, the site title says digital course. I want it to say music blog. Okay, so I need a tagline for it. Now what tagline do I need? So let's say download music all over the world for free. Okay, now note that music downloading comes about with copyright and all those issues. Okay, so make sure that whatever you are doing, you get the consent of the artist before you put their music over there for download. So sometimes artists reach out to you, oh, I want you to blog my music for me, if your website is popular, artists will pay a lot of money for them to what, for you to blog their music for them. Okay, so that is why music blogs are what really important. You can, write about anything about the music, good things about the music. You can write about trending music, link it to all the streaming platforms. Okay, advertise your you know advertise the music on your blog for other people to also go stream their music. Okay, and that is what the important thing. Now, of course, this is not a membership, so we're not going to deal with membership over here. Now that we've changed our site title and our tagline, we're gonna click on what save changes over here, and then we are what's good to go. Okay, so guys, we are done with what the general settings. Now we can go to what permalinks over here. For reading, we will come there later on. We can go to permalinks. So now we want to change our permalinks to a simple word permalinks. Okay, so we don't want day and then name, we want just post name. So make sure that you change your permalinks to a post name. Now this one helps in what SEO. You know how music blogs are, you want your music blog to be on top of what of every search. Okay, whenever somebody is searching for music, you want your music blog to come top. So make sure that this one you set your permalinks to a post name over here, and then click on save changes over here. Okay guys, so now that you have saved changes, you've saved the changes. Now what do you do again? What do you do now? The next thing that you do is what we will have to create pages. Okay, but we need to install a theme and then some plugins before we start creating our pages. So what are themes? Now themes are as you can see over here, themes are just the building blocks of every website, every WordPress website. So they are the structure of your website. Okay, so if you want your website to have a good structure, you need a good theme so that you can be able to customize the theme, manipulate the theme anyhow you want, and then you'll be able to get the structure that you want. Now if you look at this one, this website is so nicely designed. Okay, as you can see, the theme is so flexible that the makes the website very very nice to be able to work around it. Okay, and that is exactly what we want. Now we're going to go to appearance over here, and then we're going to install themes. So we click on themes over there, and then as you can see, this website is active on the 2022 theme. Okay, now we're going to install a new theme. Now I know this blog uses the cadence theme. Okay, and that is exactly what we are going to install. So go to themes and then search for cadence theme. Okay, so search for the cadence theme. Okay, so this is the the theme that we are going to use. So click on install now, or click on install, and then when it is installed, all what you need to do is to click on activate to activates the theme. Now of course cadence will say we have to install the cadence starter template, but we are not going to install it because we don't need any starter template for it. Okay, so all what we are going to do is we're going to install some plugins. Okay, so this is the theme is activated. Now if you go over here and then we refresh the website, you're going to see that the website looks different. Okay, and that is what we want. So now that we've installed our theme, we need some plugins. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, hover on plugins over here, and then go to installed plugins. Now we're going to check out the plugin that is only installed is the Lightspeed Cache over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on add new over here, and then we're going to install some plugins. Now as you can see, this website was designed using Elementor. Okay, so we're going to install Elementor first. So search for Elementor, just click on install now. Okay, so as you can see, Elementor website builder. Now this is just a drag and drop website builder you can use to build your any kind of website that you want. Okay, agency website, any kind of website that you want, you can use Elementor. So just install now. Do not activate it because we're going to install more plugins. Okay, now after installing Elementor, we're going to install essential what add-ons for what Elementor. Okay, so make sure that you install this one also. And then we are also going to install what element kit for what Elementor. It's an Elementor add-on, so we're going to what install this one also. And then what we want is we want what this slider. Okay, how we can be able to create this slider. Now to be able to create it, we want to install what slider. Okay, so just search for slider, and then you're going to see smart slider what 3. Okay, so as you can see, it have what 900,000 plus active installation with a 5 what star review. Okay, meaning that it is very very good. Okay, so make sure that you install this one. So we're gonna click on install now. Okay, do not activate it yet. Now there are more plugins that we need to install. Okay, so what we're going to install is we're going to install audio igniter. Okay, so this is what a music player. Okay, now it helps us to create playlists and other stuff, so we're going to install this one also. Now the reason why we are installing this one is, now if you go over here and then you click on any of the posts over here, now the sidebar gives you what different kinds of what playlist over here. So let me check and see if they still have so as you can see, there is a radio over here, there's this ad going over here, there's this trending what songs over here also, and then the about over here. Okay, so I think the playlist has more, but you can instead of the radio, okay, it's because our website did not have radio, so instead of the radio we will place the playlist that we are going to create over here. Okay, over here. So that is exactly what we want to do. So that is why we are installing the audio igniter. Okay, so that we can also install the audio igniter to help us with blog wall. Okay, for instance, we can integrate the audio igniter into the blog post. For example, when somebody have an album, you can create the album as a playlist, and then insert it as in the post for the person. And it looks nice, okay, when you blog something like that. Okay, so that is what we will use the audio igniter for. Now we also want to install the classic widget. Now for the classic widget, it helps us to be able to create our widgets wherever we want to create it. Okay, we want to install this one, and then we are going to install contact form. Okay, to help us create nice contact form. So we're going to install this contact form 7, or you can install the BP forms, but I'm going to install the contact form 7. And then we're also going to install popular post. Okay, we're going to install popular post. So we're going to install this one over here, WordPress popular post. Okay, so just click on this one over here. Okay, and then the next one that we're going to install is post view counter. Yes, so we're going to install this one over here. Okay, post views counter. Okay, so this one is what we're going to install. Now this helps us count the number of posts viewed. Okay, so our post view. So even though we cannot track in the number of downloads, we use this one to see how many people are viewing our post. Okay, and that is it. And then we also want to install the ultimate social media. Okay, we want to install the ultimate social media. Okay, very good. So we're going to install this one over here. So it gives us the social sharing buttons for people to share our post and other stuff. Okay, so we can click on it and then install it now. Okay, so guys, I think we have almost installed everything that we want to install. Well, what we need to do is to activate everything that we've installed. So we're going to click on install now, installed plugins over here, and then we are going to go to inactive plugins over here. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this one, click on bulk actions, click on activate, and then click on apply. Okay guys, so the first thing that we see over here is what the ultimate social icons or share plugin over here. It's what dashboard. Okay, so we're gonna what we're gonna skip it, and then what we're gonna do is for now we're not gonna do any settings over here. We'll come back to it what later on. Okay, so what we are going straight is what to go to pages over here, hover on pages, and then go to all pages. Okay, why do we want to go to all pages? We want to see the pages that is has already been created on the on the website. Now we have the sample page, and then what the privacy policy. For the privacy policy, I'm going to leave it as it is. It is on draft. Okay, sorry, it is on draft. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to delete this one. I'm going to trash this one, so I'm going to click on trash over here to trash the sample page. Okay, so I'll go to trash again and then delete it. So I'm going to delete it permanently, or you can also click on what empty trash. Okay, so I'll go to all, and then now we're going to what create the pages. Now if you look at this one over here, now what this website really have is what it doesn't have much pages. Okay, and what it does is all these ones are what categories. So if you see over here, they are all post categories. Okay, so what this one have what is have what the about page, the event, the advertising, the privacy policy, the disclaimer, and then what the content. Okay, now I'm not going to create all these what pages over here, but I'm going to create the content, the about page, and then this page over here which says what home. Okay, the home page. Okay, so if you click over here, it takes you to what I'm going to close this one because this is an ad. So this is the home page that we are going to create. So this is what we will create first. Okay, so this is what we're going to create what first. So because this is what the home page. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead and then what go to pages over here and then click on add new. Okay guys, so don't worry about this one. Now what we have to do is what click over the one which says what add title. Okay, so we're gonna say what home. Okay, and then after clicking over here, or we will use our blog how do you call it, our blog tagline. Okay, so download music all over the world for free. Okay, instead of home we're gonna say what download music. I'm gonna say download music all over the world for free. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do, and then you can go ahead and then we'll select the template that we want to use. Now I'm going to use the Elementor full width over here, and then you can set what it's featured what image, but I'm not going to do that. And then all what I need to do is what to click on what publish over here. So it is what it is published. Okay, so the next page that I'm going to create is what the about page, and then the contact page. So I'm going to create what about. Okay, so as you can see, we have about over here. I'm going to what change it to what the Elementor full width over here, and then I'll click on what publish over here. Now click on add new again, and then create what the contact what page. Okay, so we're going to create the next page, which is the contact page. So with this one also, we're going to call it what contact, and then we change the template to what Elementor full width, and then we click on what publish over here. Okay, so guys, we've created three different pages. Okay, now the next one that we're going to do is, now remember that all what we're going to do mostly on the website is what create a post. Okay, so we have to what create our post into what category. So as you can see over here, we have the music. Okay, so this one have what music over here, which and the music have so many categories. Okay, it also have what videos, artists, mixtapes, entertainment, news, lyrics, and then what so basically all this one are what categories that the website would have. Okay, so what I'm going to do is what I'll under post over here, you can see that they have what categories over here. Okay, so click on categories over there, and then we're going to add all our categories over there. Okay, so the first category that we're going to create is what music. Okay, so we're going to create what music, and then we add it to a new category. Now under music have what, so many things. We have what, the Afrobeat, Azonto, hip life, high life, reggae, dancehall, gospel, outside GH, and then what, and then we have instrumentals. So what do? We need to what, add all those categories under the music what category. So we want to go with what, Afrobeat, and then under it we say what, music. Okay, so parent category is what, music, and then we say what, add new, and then we're gonna go with what, Azonto. Okay, the parent category is music, we add new, and then we go with what, high life. Now I'm not going to add all of them, all of them. Okay, so I'm just going to add some few things. Okay, so high life, and then what again, let's say hip life, dancehall, gospel. So I'll go to what, outside GH, reggae, and then we also have what, instrumentals. So let's say instrumentals. Okay, now instrumentals, I'll put it on its own because I want it to be what, on its own. So I'll give it a none over here, but I'll come to what, gospel, and then the parent category will be music over here. And then I'll also come to, yeah, so basically I want to what, I want to leave it as it, and then let's remove the what, the parent category as none, and then we go to what, videos. Okay, so we're gonna go to videos over here. We're gonna go to what, mixtape. Okay, so mixtape, and then what again, entertainment, news, and then lyrics. So we're gonna go to what, entertainment, news, and then lyrics. So let me check. So then we also have what, artists. Okay, so maybe you have artists. Okay, guys, so basically these are all what, these are all our categories that we've created. Okay, so as you can see over here, these are all the categories that we created. Okay, now let's go to the post and then delete the hello world post, which is what, already in it. So we're gonna delete this, we're gonna trash it, and then we go to what, the trash over here, and then we're gonna empty our trash. So we're gonna empty the trash. Okay, very good. So now that we have what, our categories set up, okay, now what do? We need to create our menus. Okay, so we're gonna hover on appearance over here, and then go to menus over here, and then set up and create our menus. Okay, so that is exactly what we are going to, what we're gonna do. So we're gonna create the first one, which is the main menu, and then we set it to the primary what, menu. Okay, it will also be our mobile menu. So we're gonna click on create over here to create the menu for us. Okay, so it has created the menu for us. Now we need to bring all the menus over here. Okay, menu items over here. Okay, so the home, the about, and then contact. Okay, and then download. So what I'm going to do is this one is not the right home, okay, for us. So we're going to bring download music over here. So as you can see, in this website, the developer Kitech Digital did not bring any home item over here. Okay, I don't know why they did not bring it over here, but I'm asking myself, I don't know why I did not bring it over here. But then I think maybe they just didn't want to see the home over here. They just wanted to over. So we can do same. Okay, we can decide not to bring this one, we can decide to remove this one, and then bring in all the other menu items. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go on categories over here, go to view all categories, and then the first one we're going to bring is music. So under music have all those categories. Okay, so we're going to bring all of them over here. So as you can see, under music we're going to drag it under music. So the Afrobeat, the Azonto, the hip life, the high life, and the reggae, all of them are going to be under music. So we're going to bring it like this. So the music will be will be the first thing, and then next one is going to be videos, artists, mixtape. Okay, so we're going to go to videos over here. We're gonna bring the mixtape, the lyrics, the artist, entertainment news. Okay, so instrumentals will also come under what? Under music. So I'm gonna bring it over there. Okay, so I'm gonna drag in instrumentals under what? Under music over here, and then I'm gonna drag the about over here, the contact to what? Over here. Okay, and then we're gonna come to what? Videos. So as you can see, videos comes next, and then what else come next? The next one is what? Artists, and then mixtapes. Okay, so artists, and then we have what? Mixtapes. Okay, so mixtapes come over here, and then the next one is what? Entertainment news, lyrics. Okay, so we have what? The lyrics will come under before, and the entertainment news will come before what? Lyrics. Okay, so we're gonna have something like this, and then if everything is fine, we're gonna what? Click on what? Save over here to save it. Okay, so guys, as you can see, this one is what we have now, but if you what? Refresh it right now, we're gonna have all our menu what? Items set up over here. So as you can see, these are all the menu what? The menu items set up what? Over here, nicely what? Nicely done. Okay, so now that we have our menu what? Set up, now what do? We need to what? We need to, design the what? The headers and all this. So it left with what? This one over here. Okay, so what we will do is what? We create another what? We create a new menu over here, also another menu, and then we're gonna call this one, what are we gonna call it? So let's say we're gonna call this one what? Maybe social menu. Okay, the social menu, because the reason why we're calling it social menu, because it displays what? The social what? Icons over here. Okay, so now we're gonna set it to the primary what? The primary menu. Okay, and then we're gonna click on what? We're gonna click on create over here. Okay, now we'll have to what? Create what? Our social links. Okay, so how do we do it? We will use what? We can use what? Custom links for it. Okay, so the first one is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So you make sure you use your YouTube link over here, and I'm going to represent by the pound sign, and then you write what? YouTube, and then we add it to it. The next one is what? Facebook. So make sure you bring your Facebook link over here, and then we write Facebook, that is the link test, and then Instagram. Okay, make sure that you bring your what? Your Instagram, and then we write what? Instagram, and then the last one is what? Email. Okay, so make sure you bring in your email link over there, and then we're gonna have something like this. Okay, and then we're gonna click on what? Save changes over there. Okay, so now does this have footer menu? Yes, of course it have. You have the about, disclaimer, and then what? Privacy. Okay, as the footer menu. Okay, so you need to create a footer menu also. So we're gonna create a new menu. Okay, and then we're gonna call this menu what? Footer menu. Okay, and then we'll position it under what? Footer over here, and then we're gonna click on what? Create menu. Okay guys, so we have a footer menu set up. Now the footer menu here have what? About, disclaimer, and then what? Privacy. So we're gonna bring our about page over here. Now of course we have not created our disclaimer and then what? The privacy, but you have to create it. But I'm gonna use custom links. Okay, so disclaimer. Now the reason why you have to get disclaimer and then a privacy policy what page is that you write your terms and conditions and all what you do on the website over there. Okay, so disclaimer is what? For copyright issues. Okay, so that you wouldn't be sued for what? For copyright issues, so that when somebody have an issue about your blog post over there, the person can contact you, and then you remove the post from there. Okay, so this one is for what? For privacy. So I'm gonna what? So we have what? About, disclaimer, and then what? Privacy set to what? Footer. Okay, and then we're gonna click on what? Save menu. Okay guys, so I think everything is what now done. Now if you go to our music block over here, when we refresh it, we're gonna have something like this. Okay, so now what again do we have to do? Now we have to what, make sure that we set up our what, our how do you call it, we design our what, our header, and then what, our footer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to customize over here. So click on customize over here, or if you are over here, hover on what, appearance. Okay, and our appearance, we have what, customize over here. Okay, so I'm going to use the customize to what, to customize my what, my header, and then my what, my footer. Now for those of you who have been sticking with this website for a long time, you realize that we have a video on the website which helps you customize your what, your your cadence theme, what, a header, and then what, a footer. Okay, I did an intensive review about what the cadence, what, theme. Okay, you can go ahead, and I'll leave the link in the description. You can go ahead and watch it, and then so that you can be able to what, use it to customize your what, your theme. Okay, so we're gonna go straight to what, our colors. Okay, so what colors are we, do we want to use for the what, for the website? Now of course we can definitely see that this people use what, yellow and black. Okay, throughout yellow, and then maybe some few what, red. Okay, now because I'm duplicating or replicating this kind of what, website, I'm still going to use the what, the yellow, and then the black. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to what, change some of the colors. So I'm going to click over here, and then just use what, the yellow color. Okay, so as you can see, this is what, the yellow color over here. So you can what, you can dim it or do whatever you want to what, do with it. Okay, it depends on what, it depends on you. So this one over here is what, yellow, and then with this one also, I'm still going to what, use this one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to what, bring bring it a little bit down like this. Okay, so I'll copy this link, which is what, ff, this has code which is ffb 600, bring it over here, paste it here, and then bring it down a little bit. Okay, so making it like D79A03. Okay, so this is what, this is quite okay. So with a side background and all those things, I'm gonna what, leave it, because after we've created what, the website, we are going to what, use you see how this website, so having a dark mode thing, it is because of this one over here, and we're gonna what, install this plugin to change what, the the toggle between dark mode and then what, the normal what, color. Okay, so that is exactly what we will do. So for now, we're gonna what, just keep it as it is. Okay, and then everything is what, the link colors too, we can decide to what, either go all black or go different color, depends on how we want it. Okay, so that is what now if you don't want underline, you can what, remove the what, the underline from it, so that it's not going to underline anything, any link color for you. Okay, so I think this one is quite okay. We can do it in a different place, I think here. So let me check this one also. Yeah, so I'm gonna set this one as this, and this one as that. Okay, that's quite okay. So I'm gonna what, publish it. Okay, so now make sure that everything that you do, you publish it. Okay, so we're gonna go now, don't worry about this one, do not worry about it, we'll sort it out later on. Now let's go to the buttons over here. So basically the buttons color, everything you can what, choose between what buttons color it is. Now for now, let's leave it as default, because most of the things we will customize it from that particular end also. Okay, and then the typography, I'm gonna change the what, the system font to what, to Montserrat. Okay, so I'm gonna change it to what, to Montserrat. So those of you who know me, you know that I really like Montserrat a little bit. So I'm gonna just change it to Montserrat and then publish it. Okay, so all of them, I'll do whatever it is to make sure that I customize it the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so now let's go back over here and then go to the header. Okay, so this is where we customize our header. Okay, so as you can see, this one have the top header, the main header. Okay, and that is what we want to do. Okay, so the top header have its logo, so we're gonna click on the ranch icon over here and then you just use logo. Okay, so for the logo we're gonna select our logo over here, and then we're gonna select all the files over here, and then we're gonna drag in every file that we want to use onto the website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here and then go to desktop and then search for music blog. Okay, music blog, this one over here, and I'm going to just select all of them and then bring all the images that I will be using onto the website. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that all the images come on the website. So let's upload it and then I will see you on the next site. Okay guys, so we have uploaded our images over here. Now we're going to select our logo. So this is our logo over here, music blog, and we're going to select it and then click on select over here. Now of course I'm going to skip cropping. Okay, so you see this is our logo. Okay, so this is our logo. It is what it is over here. Nicely done. Now of course you can set the maximum width that you want. Okay, so let's say I want 250 for it. It's gonna be like this. Okay, now make sure that you set the maximum width for tablet also. So tablet is gonna be 150. Okay, and then for mobile also, it's also going to be 150. Okay, so just like this one. So make sure that you set everything correctly for it. Let's go back to the desktop over here. So now that we set up our logo, now we're gonna bring a button. Okay, so as you can see, we will click on this one to bring in a button. Now why do we want to bring, because this one have a button which says radio. Okay, so we're gonna click on this button over here and then we're gonna say radio. Okay, and then we're gonna go on design over here and then change the colors. Okay, so we're gonna make the color reddish color. Oh, this one should be white and this one should be that kind of oh, this is the normal colors. Okay, so it's also supposed to be to be white. Now the background colors is what we're gonna change. Okay, so we're gonna change the background to that kind of reddish color. Okay, and then the same thing applies to this one. So let me give this one so bright red. Okay, so that when you hover on it, it's gonna be something like this. So I think our radio is set up. With the the radio link, you can put in any link that you want to put in, that will link to your radio. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one over here, and then you can change in everything. So if you want the button to be visible to only people who are logged in, of course this website we don't want anybody to log into it. So we're gonna click on publish over here. Okay, now that it is published, now let's go back. Okay, so now we have it published. Now what do we want again? Now we want to have a top bar over here. Okay, so let's go over here and then add secondary navigation over here. Okay, let's add the secondary navigation. So as you can see, this is our secondary navigation that we have over here. Now we want to change the secondary navigation background color. Okay, so we go over here to the ranch icon over here, and then we go to design over here, and then the top row color we want to make it black. Okay, so as you can see, it is black. Okay, nicely done. Now what again do we want? Now click on this ranch icon over here and then the navigation colors. Okay, so make sure that you change it to white. Okay, so with the hover color and then with the active color, you can make it any color that you want, but then of course it doesn't matter. Okay, because over here it will link it to different website. So with the hover color, we're gonna make it to this yellow over here. So as somebody hover on it, it's gonna be what, this yellow. Okay, so publish it over here, and then don't worry about the blue. I don't know why it's showing blue. It is from this side. Okay, so let me go to the colors over here, go to colors, click over here, and then I want to change this color. Okay, this one also I want to change it, and then publish it. Okay, so now everything is supposed to work. Let me go to the header over here. Okay, now that I have this one set up, so as you can see, everything is working perfectly. So now that I have this one set up, now I can go over here. Okay, now over here, what do we have? So let's go over here. This one is, this one is just the background is that kind of yellow. Okay, so we're gonna go to the main row over here, and then we choose a background for it. So what background color do we want to choose? We want to choose this yellow color for it. Okay, now of course you can decide to play around it, but I'm going to choose this yellow color for it. Now black and yellow mingle a lot. Okay, it goes a lot. That is why it makes the website pop up. Okay, it makes the website really nice. So as you can see, our black and yellow goes well. Okay, so that is it. So we can publish it over here. Now we have our everything working perfectly fine. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, so this is our header background. Okay, so the header background over here, also we're gonna pick this yellow color. Okay, make sure that the header background, you pick this yellow color. Okay, now if you go to the general over here, it gives you all the transparent and other stuff. Now remember that this one have a sticky header, so if you scroll over here, it sticks over here. Okay, so we're gonna make it to a sticky header. Okay, so we activate the sticky header. So enable sticky header, we say only the main row. Okay, so reveal on scroll. Okay, so if somebody is scrolling, then the sticky will stick. Okay, and then enable main row shrinking. Yes, of course you want it to shrink. So as you can see, if you you are using it, or you are scrolling it, it shrinks. Okay, so that is what it means. So we want it to shrink. Okay, so you can check out how you want it to shrink. Okay, also depends on you. So 60 is quite okay for me. Okay, so enable sticky header for for mobile. Yes, I want to enable sticky header for mobile, and also I will enable this one also. So I'm gonna just click on publish for everything, and then I think we are good to go. Now we want to change this one to white. Okay, so let's click over here, and then go to the design over here. Okay, we want to change the colors to white. Okay, so change this color to white. Okay, yeah, so that will be it will be nice. Okay, so and then the hover color, you can make it to black. Okay, yeah, and then the active also will be black. Okay, so the hover is black, and the active is black, which is quite okay. So just click on publish over here. Okay, so I think now we have everything set up. If you look at the website, it looks good. It looks really good. Now let me just go and then visit the website and see how it is looking. So as you can see, it is looking pretty good. Okay, everything is working perfectly. Now what is left for us to do is to customize the footer. Okay, so I'm gonna go over there, and then go here, and then go to footer. Okay, now this is our copyright. Now with the footer button, we can click over here and then make it to a 2. Okay, instead of 1. Okay, so that we can place footer, navigation over here. Okay, so place footer navigation over here, and then what we're going to do is what we'll click on the footer navigation over here, and then change the navigation colors to what, to white. Okay, change it to white, and then change the the how do you call it, the hover also to what, to the yellow color. Change the active also to what, to the yellow color. Okay, and then come over here, click on this bottom row over here, and then go to design over here, and then with the widget content, you can what, you can change it to white, just like we did over here. Okay, if you don't want it to be black, so with the widget content over here, you can change it to what, to white. Okay, so you can change everything to white. Okay, so that is what, that is it. Now what else do we have to do? The background. Okay, so with the background over here, we're going to make it what, black. Okay, so guys, as you can see, it is what, it is black over here. Okay, so hover underline, and then underline on hover, and no underline. Okay, we don't want any underline for the link. And then I think we are what, we are good to go. Okay, so we can go to general over here, and then what we're going to do is what, with the copyright, we click on this ranch icon over here, and then we go to what, general over here. Okay, now of course the theme credit, you can what, decide to leave it, or I'm going to what, remove it, and then say powered by Kitech Digital. Okay, so as you can see, I can decide to link it. Okay, it depends on how, so I can just give it a link. Okay, so I highlight it and then click over here, and then just give it Kitech Digital .com. Okay, the link over there, and then you see that this one will turn to what, yellow. Okay, which means that it is linking to the Kitech Digital website. Okay, so now with the footer navigation also, you can what, position it anyhow you want it. Okay, so make sure that you position it well. So this one was a vertical what, alignment. Okay, and this one goes with the other side. So click publish, and then let's take a look at how it is now looking over here. So guys, this is how it looks over here. Okay, everything is what, working perfectly. Everything is perfectly working, so we are good to go. Okay, we are good to go. Now what again do we have to do? What again do we have to do now that we have this one set up? What again do we have to do? Now the next thing we have to do is what, is to design our what, our home page. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one to close it. Okay, the next thing that we have to do is what, to design our what, our home page. Okay, so how do we design our what, our home page? It is also very simple. I'm going to show you how you can be able to design. Now we're going to use Elementor what, to design our what, our home page. Okay, so to do that, we're going to go to the back end of our website. But first we have to what, this is what, all about blog. It is a blog website. We need to blog some songs. Okay, we need to block some songs before we can be able to use those songs. Because as you can see, the web homepage is all about what, songs over here. Okay, so we need to block some songs, and then we can use the songs to design our homepage. Okay, so go to your back end over here, and then go to what, post. Okay, as you can see, we have what, post over here. Now under post, we have what, add new. So click on add new over here to start adding what, new post. Okay, click on add new over here to start adding with new post. So guys, everything I'm going to do is what, educational purpose. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to what, use some of these post names over here, and then what I'll do is what, I will just insert anything that I want to insert in. But the whole concept is to show you how you can be able to blog. Okay, That is all. So anything that I post over here doesn't mean that it is what it is raw, okay? But the procedure for you to use to blog is what I'm going to show you. So first of all, what we're going to do is what we're going to add a title for our post. Now if you are blocking a song, let's say Black Sheriff have dropped what a new song, okay? So let's say we want to call this one, let's say download Black Sheriff. Black Sheriff, let's say 45. Okay, so Black Sheriff new song 45. So I'll just give it over there, download Black Sheriff 45. Okay, now I'm going to what write about the song. Okay, so you need to make sure that you write about the song. And this is also for what SEO purposes. Okay, and what do I mean by SEO purposes? Now you see, blogging song doesn't mean that at the moment you blog your song everybody can what have access to it. Now first of all, the song need to your blog need to have everything that it needs to have before it can be able to what rank well on Google. Okay, and that is the most important thing. So make sure that you write everything that you want to write about the song, including all the keywords and other stuff that you want to know. Now first of all, think of it. Now when somebody goes to your Google and then searching for, let's say, Black Sheriff 45, what really comes into the person's mind? What keywords does the person use to be able to search for whatever the person is searching for? And that is what you need to use, okay, for your heading, and then everything, including the words that you want to the producer and everybody that you want to include over there. So let's say I'm just giving a brief description. So let's say download a new song, or let's say new Afrobeat song from Black Sheriff. I don't know if the sheriff is correct. Black Sheriff, titled 45. So this is what a brief description. Now this is not enough, okay? So you need to go down in it, go more into it, okay? So download a new Afrobeat song from Black Sheriff titled 45. Now you can go and say what the Ghanaian Afrobeat and Afrobeat singer and rapper Black Sheriff drops a new song out of his trending album, The Villain. I never was. Is it a villain? I never was, or whatever it is. So you just just write it. Okay, so let's say The Villain. Okay, I've forgotten the album title, but then make sure that you write everything. So let's say Black drops a new song out of his trending album, The Villain, blah blah blah. Okay, the song was produced by, let's say the song was produced by Black Sheriff. Okay, so you go ahead and then write details of everything that you want to write about. Okay, so just make sure that you write anything that. So the Ghanaian Afrobeat singer and rapper Black Sheriff drops a new song out of his trending album, The Villain, titled 45. So you can go ahead and say maybe 45 was produced by Black Sheriff himself. So guys, the reason why I'm doing all this, because I just wanted to show you what really will people search whenever they are looking for that particular song. Okay, now as you can see, you see that I have Black Sheriff, I have 45, I have Afrobeat, I have the album title. Okay, now somebody will come to what Google and then don't really know what to type. Okay, now maybe the person will just type in download free music from Black Sheriff. Okay, so make sure that if you think that somebody will do that, make sure that you type in what free music from what Black Sheriff in your what description. Okay, maybe the person will just say, oh, Black Sheriff 45 free download. Okay, make sure that you have all those things in your what in your you know in your description. Okay, so now that you have a description for it, now guys, this is a small description. Make sure that you go into details. Now it is time for you to what insert the what the 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 audio. Okay, so how do you insert the audio? Now just click on this blog icon, add blog icon there, and then search for what audio. Okay, just click over here, and then you will have to what insert the audio from what the media library, or you upload what the audio. Okay, so now let's say I have the audio in my media library. Okay, or let's say the audio is from what a different what link over here. Okay, so let's say I'm linking it to what this person's website. Okay, so I can just what go into the what the audio that I want to what download. So let's say I want to download this particular what audio. I can use the link and then what bring it to what over here. Okay, but imagine you uploaded the audio on your library, audio library, or the media library. So you click over here. If you don't have it over here, just click on here to select the file. Okay, so make sure that you go to your wherever your file is, and then what locate that particular file for it. Okay, and that is it. So let's say I'm going to select all these audio files in it, because I want to put all of them in it. So I'm going to select all of them, and then I'll choose one of them as my as the song that I'm going to insert in that particular audio file. Okay, so let's say this is the Black Sheriff song 45. Now of course you can fill in all these places. Okay, now this I got this music from YouTube. Okay, so YouTube audio files, or audio library over there, I downloaded them. This is not the original song from Black Sheriff. This is a song I downloaded through what YouTube audio. Now those of you who don't know YouTube audio library, YouTube audio library have tons of music that you can use in any of your projects for free. Okay, so you can go over there to download any music that you want. Shout out to YouTube audio library. That is where I got this audio. So you can fill in all these places there, artist name, the album caption, description. Make sure that you do all these things. Okay, so let's say this is what Black Sheriff. Okay, and then the album, let's say the album is what the Villain. I just want to say Villain. Okay, and then you can give what a caption for it. So let's say I want to give the caption. Okay, so it now select it. Okay, it will be placed in what this audio over here, as you can see over here. Now let's go down. Okay, we're gonna go down over here, and then we're gonna click on add to blog, or add blog over here, and then this time around we're gonna choose what file. Okay, now the file will help us to be able to attach the audio file that we want people to download. Okay, now this is a player. Okay, but we want the file that people would be able to download. So we're gonna click on the media library, and then the song that we inserted in the audio, we're gonna select it over here. And then what we've been able to do is to click on select over here, and then it will be able to give us the file name and everything. Now you can decide to remove this one, and then just type in your anything. So let's say I want to say download Black Sheriff, what do you call it, 45. Okay, so 45, and this is it. So download Black Sheriff 45. So anybody who sees this one will be able to click on this download to download. Now of course you can decide to add anything that you want to add over here. Okay, so maybe some few text or some few whatever it is, you can decide to still add it over here. Okay, so if you have an image, you can still add the image over here. If you have anything that you want to add, you can add it. Now if everything is done, come over here. Okay, scroll down, choose the category that you want it to fall under. So is under music, right? And then what is the song? Is it Afrobeat? Is under Afrobeat. Choose it, and then you come to what the the featured image over here. Click on it and then select the featured image that you want. So let's say this is what this is Black Sheriff, okay? And then we want to what we want to insert it over here, okay? Now when you are done with it, make sure that with the tag line or the tags and all those things, you can set your tag for it. Now the tags also helps in what the web search, okay? So when somebody comes to your website searching for something, the person can be able to use the tags to search for it. So let's say the tag will be what Black Sheriff, okay? And then the song, let's say 45, okay? So that is what our tags. And then when everything is done, all what you need to do is to click on what click on publish. Okay guys, so we have our song published. We want to see how it looks like. So as you can see, this is what a song which is published. As anybody can click on this download over here, and then it will start to downloading for the person. I'm going to cancel it, okay? So as you can see, everything is perfectly well. Now we'll rearrange everything well, okay, so that you see how the sidebars and everything will come, okay? So don't worry about it, everything will work perfectly. Now we want to go to we want to go back to let's go back over here. Now that I've shown you how you can be able to create an audio file. Now let me show you how you can also be able to create a post which is related to a video, okay? So it is also the same thing. Click on add new over here. Click on add new over here, and then you can be able to create video. So let's say a video by Wizkid, okay? So let's say any Wizkid song. So let's say new music video by let's say Wizkid, okay? And the title is Essence. Okay, so with this one, it is also very simple. Now the same way I told you to give a brief description and other things, make sure that you give a brief description about the song, okay? So everything that you want to write about the song, make sure that you give the description about the song. Write anything that you want to write about the song. Okay, so now that I've given now this is just a sample description, okay? So it's not a good thing. Now the next thing is for us to add our video over here. Now how do we add the video? So it's also very simple. Now you can click over here and then search for video, okay? You're gonna see this whole things over here. Now what we're gonna use is the YouTube video, because our video is coming from the YouTube, okay? So we will go to our YouTube over here and then search in the Wizkid SS song that we want, okay? And then we will copy the embed code from there and then come and use it on our website, okay? So that is it. So let's say we are blogging the Essence by Wizkid, okay? So Wizkid Essence, okay? So let's say this song over here, okay? So this particular song, okay? So now we can just click on the song. Okay, so this is the song that you want to use, right? So all what you need to do is to just right click on it right now. So right click on it, and then you're gonna see copy URL, copy this one over here, which is copy video URL, copy video URL at current time, copy embed code, okay? So all this 1, 2, okay, and even this 3, you can still use it, okay? But all what we want is the video URL, okay? So we can just copy the video URL, or you can look over here and then just copy the video URL from here, okay? So now that you have copied the video URL, just come back to your post over here and then paste in the URL over here, okay? And then just hit on this embed over here. You're gonna see that it's going to be embedded in your post over here, as simple as that, okay? And now you can go ahead and then choose the category that it falls on. Okay, so it falls under what? Video. Okay, and then the tag, we're gonna see what essence whisked whisked. Okay, and then the featured image, so you can click over here and then choose the featured image that you want to what use. So let's say this is what whisked, or let me use this one as what whisked. Okay, so I'm gonna upload it, and then all what I need to do is what I will just click on what publish over here to what to publish it. So it's the same procedure as what as the the music. Okay, I will never and ever advise you to be able to what to host video files on your on your website. No, it is not a good thing. Okay, make sure that you have video hosting files somewhere else, and then you copy the link and bring it over here, embed it on your on your website, just like I did for this one. So this is what how you can be able to embed a video into your into your your post. Okay, so now we have the video embedded into our post. Now we are going, so I've showed you how you can be able to create you can be able to create a music file, and then you can be able to create video. Okay, now with a blog post, it's also very simple. So you go to add new over here. It is the same thing, entertainment news. So let's say you want to blog entertainment news. Okay, so how do you blog the entertainment news? It's also very simple. The same post under it, you click on add new over here, and then you type in your title. Okay, your post title. So let's say somebody like maybe Burna Boy. Okay, let's say Burna Boy. What does Burna Boy? Okay, Burna Boy receives bra as gifts oh, receives bra as gifts from fans. Okay, so this is no news. This is what Burna Boy really, the fans go crazy, especially the women start throwing him bras and all those things. Now you type in your your whatever thing that you want to type in, and then you can support it with with videos, with everything that you want to support it with. So let's say I'm gonna copy some sample post over here, like sample data over here. Okay, so let's say you write a whole lot of things about it. You can include videos to support it. Okay, so let's say this is a video to support it. Okay, you can also include more text. Okay, so I'm gonna copy text, include more text over here. Okay, so more text. Okay, it depends on what the real situation is. Okay, and then maybe more images and other stuff. Okay, so you can also add more images. Okay, so go over here, and then just click on this plus icon over here, and then search for image. Okay, you can add this image, choose from media library, and then put in the image that you want to add. So let's say you want to add this image. Okay, you can add it over here, and then go ahead and then maybe add more add more text and add more things to it. So basically you can write a long very long post with videos, images, and everything all in one. Okay, so this is completing. Now under post over here, you can all you need to do is to set the post category. Now as you can see, it is news, so it falls under entertainment news over here. And then you can go ahead and then set up your tagline. So this is Burna Boy. Okay, so is the tag, and then you choose your featured image for it. Okay, so let's say this one over here is Burna Boy, and then that is all. You can decide to go ahead and then publish it. So as you can see, our posts are are published. Okay, it has been what it has been published. Okay, and that is what and that is it. So guys, that is how you can be able to what you can be able to um publish all kinds of what post categories. Okay, so starting from music to videos to what to normal what entertainment news what post. Okay, that is it. Now as you can see over here, all the posts that we publish are shown what in all posts over here. Okay, so these are the three post things that we post that we publish, but then all of them falls under different categories. Okay, different categories over here. So that is what that is it. So what we want to do is if we go to the the website over here, and then we click on what music, you realize that we're going to have only posts that falls under what under music. Okay, so as you can see, this one is what only post that falls under what under music. Now if we go to video over here, we're going to see all the posts that falls under what under video. Okay, and then if you go to what entertainment news over here, we're going to see all posts that falls under what under entertainment with news over here. Okay, and basically that is what we really want. Okay, that is what we really want. So we don't want any particular thing. All what we want is what something that we can what relate to. Okay, so as you can see, this is all the what all the posts. Now because we have now created what a blog page, okay, this one automatically becomes what our blog page, our homepage. The homepage that we haven't set, we have not set homepage, we have not set our blog post page. Okay, so it is what giving us what all the posts over here. Okay, but what we need to do is what to set up our blog post. So to do that, we're going to go to what pages over here, create a page and call it what blog. Okay, we're going to create a page and then we're going to call the page what blog. Okay, or you can call it anyhow you want it. So let's say I'll call it what music and news. Okay, let's say I'll call it music and news. Okay, and then all what I'll do is what I'll just click on what publish over here, music and news, just like that, publish. Now I'm going to go to settings over here, and then under settings I'm going to go to reading. Okay, I'm going to go to reading over here. Now what I'm going to do is I want to set what my home page to display a static page that we are going to create. Okay, so I'll choose this one over here, and then the home page will be download all music from over the world for free, and then the post page will be will be music and news. Okay, that will be our post page. Now click on what save changes over here. So it is just as simple as that. Okay, that is it, you're good to go. So now if I come over here and then I refresh the website, I am not supposed to see anything. Okay, so as you can see, I don't see anything over here. Okay, that is it, because we have changed what the settings and the format. Okay, but if I go over here and then I come and I say music news, okay, I'm supposed to what see something. Okay, so as you can see, this is what the music what and news what page over here. Okay, and that is it. We'll see everything relating to what the blogs that we the blog posts that we pasted on our on our website, and that is what and that is it. So if I go to the home page over here, I'm not going to see anything. Now that I've shown you how you can be able to do all your blog posts and other stuff, change the pages and all those things. Now what we have to do is I'm going to create some few posts. Okay, this is very small. Okay, the post is very small. I'm going to create some few posts over here so that I can use it to design the home page. Okay, so I'll be right back in some few seconds. Okay guys, so I have created some few blog posts over here. Okay, so some are videos, some are entertainment news, some are also music. Okay, so let's go ahead and then use this one to start creating our website. So now if you go to the music blog, let's say, let me close this place. Yeah, so if you come over here and then you click on the music. You're gonna see all the music on this particular website. So as you can see, all the other music are over here. If you go to videos too, you will see all the videos on the website over here. So I have really created some few blog posts over there. Now it is for us to to create this homepage, okay, this particular homepage, and then make it as this one over here. Okay, so first things first, what we need to do is we need to go back to our dashboard and then create the slider. Okay, so we want to create this slider. Now it's not going to be the same thing over here, but it's gonna we're going to use some of the blog posts over here to create the slider. So how do we create the slider? Now we're going to look for the smart slider over here. Okay, so as you can see, this is smart slider. Okay, so we're going to click on it. Now for those of you who are old subscriber over here, you will see that I have used smart slider. I've created a video about what smart slider, so you know. Okay, so this is what the welcome notice. Now if you don't want to show again, you can click here to say what don't show again. Okay, or you can go ahead and click on what go to dashboard. So what we are going to do is very simple. Now this is the tutorial slider. Okay, so if you go into it, you see how the slider will look like if you want to create your own slider. Okay, but we're not going to use this one. We're going to exit this one over here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to click on new project over here. Now you can create from scratch, or you can start with a template. Okay, so we're going to start with a template, and then we will look for a template which will be kind of like similar to what we really want. Okay, so this one will be cool for us. Okay, or you can even go for this one, but this one is it's kind of like cool for me, so I'm going to click on this one, and then you can go ahead and then insert your email address to subscribe. But I'm going to close it because I don't want to subscribe to anything, and then it will load the template for me. So as you can see, three sliders loaded for me, so I can edit all of them one after the other. Okay, so I'm going to edit the first one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is very simple. Now this is the background. Okay, so this is the background over here. So I'm going to delete this one and then click on the plus icon over here, and then choose any kind of like image as my background. So as you can see, this is the image that I chose to be my background. Now I can decide to set the where I want it to be at the middle. Okay, I can also decide to remove it and then choose a different one as my one. So let me choose this one because this one is a darker color, which will be all right. Okay, which will fit in well here. So this one will be will be fine. Now I can go ahead. This is the style. Okay, so I can go ahead and then check through whatever I want to check through and see if everything is everything is correct for me. And if everything is fine for me, then I can go to the this place is the color. Okay, so you can check if you want to use color. Also you can use this one, but I want to use an image. Now I can go to the content over here, and then as you can see, this is the thumbnail that you want to use. So I want to choose the same image thumbnail. Okay, so this one as a thumbnail, and then you can scroll through and see whatever you want to scroll. Now if I want to change this one over here, just click on it over here, and then I'll be able to change the text. Okay, so this particular guy over here, so let's say let me go to the music blog. Okay, so music and news. So let me is it music and news or music and news? Yeah, music and news. So why did it go off? Okay, so let me see the guy over there. So this is Sarkodie Adonai. Okay, very good. So I'm just going to write Sarkodie. Now give that Adonai thing over here. Okay, and then over here I can just write new music. Okay, so maybe new music. Okay, and then with the read more thing over here, I can just say download. Okay, So download, and then the link, it should go to the what, this guy's what link. Okay, so I'm going to copy the link address over here. Now come over here, and then instead of the pound sign, I'll put in the link over here. Okay, so guys, as you can see, I'm done with what one. I'll just click on what save, and then go back. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so I'm going to move to what this one also. I'm going to click on edit, and then choose whatever I want to choose. So let's say Case Daniel, which says what video, new video, go low. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and then delete this one, pick a new one like this one over here, and then go to content over here, remove this one, and then put in the Case Daniel what image over there. Now of course this is not the original Case Daniel. Okay, so now over here I'll say what Case Daniel, okay, and I'll say what go low. Okay, and then over here I'll just write what new, I'll just write what new video. Okay, and then here I'll just put in what watch now, or watch now. Okay, so something that will keep it very interesting. Okay, so then I'll just click on save, and then click on back to to go to the back. So now we have done what we have done 2 slides. Now left with the last one, which we're gonna do. So I'll click on the edit over here, and then also let me go to this place. So let's say with this one we're gonna use okay, so entertainment news. So Wizkid welcomes new baby. Okay, so we're gonna use that particular news item. So we're gonna use this guy over here as Wizkid, and then we go to entertainment, the content over here, delete this one, and then put in the same image. Okay, this guy over here. Okay, now I'm gonna click on this one, and then name it entertainment news. Okay, and then over here I'll say Wizkid welcomes new baby boy. Okay, so that is it. And then over here I'll just say read more, and then I'll put in the link, okay, to this particular this particular story. I'll put in that particular link over here so that somebody can click on it and then go and then read more. Okay, so basically that is it. I'll just click on save, and then go back. Now I remember I forgot I did not link this particular one, so I'm going to go back over here and then click on this one to link the this one, the watch now button. Okay, so as you can see, we did not now of course you can decide to go right in Case Daniel over here. It's supposed to definitely drop in, or if it doesn't, just click on this over here and then search. You can use a keyword to searching, so just say Case Daniel, and then as you can see it comes over here, and then click on insert. It will insert over here. So that is it. Let's click on save changes over here, and then go to the back. Okay, so now that we are done with it, now we are done. Okay, so you can use this short code, okay, into any place that you want to use. Okay, so I'm going to delete this thumbnail and then put in my own thumbnail over there. I want it to be unique. I don't want it to be like I'm using a template. Okay, so that is it. So you can pick this smart slider short code over here, so you can copy it over here and then use it in any post. So we are done with creating our slider. Now let's go over here. Let me go to the home page. Okay, and then I'll show you how we can be able to edit our home page. Now this is our home page, and we want to design it. Okay, so let's click on edit page over here. Now we want to design it using using Elementor. Okay, so we're gonna use Elementor to design the page. Okay, so this is our home page and we want to design it. Okay, now of course we've chosen the template as with Elementor full width. Okay, so we're gonna click on edit with Elementor on the blue button over here. Okay guys, so basically this is Elementor. Okay, so for those of you who don't know Elementor, this is how Elementor looks like. Now if you are editing a page or if you are using it to create a post, this is how it looks like over here. We have the elements over here, okay, which consists of what widgets. Okay, so you can search for widgets and other stuff, and then you would be able to use all those widgets over here. Okay, so you just drag it, come it over here, and then you use it. Okay, so how are we going to design it? So first of all, we're going to use we're going to search for this one which says what the trending today. Okay, so let's go over here and then search in what trending, or let's say ticker. Okay, sorry. So guys, we are searching for what the ticker. Okay, so let me look for ticker. Yeah, so content ticker over here. Okay, so I'm going to drag in this one over here. So it is just drag. Okay, so as you can see, very nicely done over here. Now this is how it looks like. This is red. Okay, and then the other one is what, just the same color. So I'm going to click over here. Okay, and then with the box over here, I'm going to make it what, full width. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so as you can see, just like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one over here, and then you can do everything. So this is what trending today. Okay, so what is trending today, and then you can go to what the color over here. Now the background color, you can choose any background color that you want. Okay, so the ticker content, no background color, or if you want to decide to use a background color, you can. The text over there, everything over there. Now the tag style and all those things, you can decide to check it. Okay, so you go to the tag style over here. The background color is black. Okay, so I want to make it red, like this. Okay, so as you can see, it is the color that we want. Okay, so you can give it your the padding and all those things, everything that you want. Okay, you can give that thing. So if I remove the padding over here, I can give the top as 10, bottom as 10. Now I can give you as 20, and then the left also as 20. Okay, making it very unique and nice. Okay, so something like this over here. So guys, as you can see, we have it done. Now we're not going to waste time over here. The next one, we're going to create a session. Okay, so we click on add new session, and then we're going to create a single column session over here. Okay, now we don't want space in it. So as you can see over here, there is no space over here, so we don't want a space in it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make it full width. Okay, and then in the middle over here, what we're going to do is we're going to search for smart slider. So just search for smart slider. So as you can see, this is smart slider. Okay, so just drag in the smart slider over here. Slider over here, and then it will take you to the smart sliders place, and then it will tell you to choose the slider that you want. Now of course we're using this slider. Okay, so we're going to choose this one, and then click on insert over here. Now as you can see, if the slider works perfectly, it's going to insert everything that you want over here. So basically you're going to get something like this. Okay, so as you can see, this one is what you get. Okay, now so this is what we get. Okay, so let's see, we don't want any full width and all those kind of stuff. Column gap, we want it to say no gap. Okay, and then let me see. Yeah, so very good. So because we chose not to have column gap, there is no spaces. Okay, and that is exactly how we want it. So now we have the website really moving as we want. Okay, so as we want. So now that we have this one done, now what is next? So the next one that we're going to do is we're going to create this search bar over here. Okay, so to do that, it's also very simple. Now we're going to create 3 columns. Okay, so 3 different columns. Okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one over here. Okay, now because one is bigger than the other, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here and then create, top and bottom what margin, so 90 so that it's kind of like a space over here, and then click over here and then search for what search or search bar or whatever it is. Okay, so you can pick in what the search form or the search bar that you want. So let's say I want to use this one over here. Okay, so I'm gonna have what this search bar over here. Okay, so you can what decide to what to type in anything that you want to type in over here. Okay, so let me go to what this place, which is what the style over here, and then the background and all those things. Okay, so we're gonna search for what we're gonna the search header search style. We're gonna style it the way we want, so you can check how you want it and all those things. Okay, so the color and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave it the way it is, and then with the color I'm gonna say black. Okay, so black is what quite okay for me. Let me see how it will behave. Now I can't really see it. Okay, so this is how it's gonna it's gonna be, but I don't want it that way. Okay, so now I need to use maybe a normal search. Okay, so if this one doesn't work for me, what do I do? So let me go over here, let me go to the content over here, and then okay, so this is what the header search, so this is not what I really want. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one and then still look for what for search bar. Okay, so let me see if I could find any search bar over there. So let me see search. Okay, so let's try this one too and see if it works. Oh, so this one we need to use what beta docs, so it's not what installed. Okay, so guys, we can either decide to skip this one, but it's not good to have not to have what a search bar on your website. So I think I still can decide to use the other one. Okay, there's the other header search. Okay, so this one over here, I'll drop it here. Okay, then I think I need to make sure that I style it well. Okay, so let's try and see if we can style it well the way we want it. Okay, so there are not much. Okay, so let's go to the border and see. So the border type, let's say solid. Oh, okay. Okay, so we can use a double, we can use dotted. Okay, so let's say solid over here, and then we're gonna use the width as what as 1, and then the border radius we're gonna say 20. Okay, so now we need to make sure that it is wide enough. Okay, so okay guys, so because we are not getting the right search bar, okay, so what we're going to do is click over here and then let's move ahead and see what we can do, okay, to make this search bar better. Okay, so to do that, you can decide to replace this one with a different thing, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm going to go to the style over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase this one to percentage over here. Okay, so I'll just drag it over here so that I'm going to have some kind of like 80% thing over here. So I think 90% will be all right, or maybe 95. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, okay, so now if I want, okay, I can decide to go over here and then let me see if I can delete this one. Yeah, and then just leave this search over here. Okay, go over here and then with the color, okay, I can choose any color that I want. So let's say I want to choose dark color over here. Okay, and then with the background color I'll leave it as it is, and then let's see. Okay, so with the search container over here we can decide to change the color and all those things. So the background type and all those color things. So with this color I'm gonna make it maintain it as as black over here. Okay, That is basically the typography color. Okay, and then with a placeholder also color, I'm gonna make it what black. Okay, so if there is a placeholder, it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be black over here. Okay, um and then since the placeholder is not showing over here, but rather it shows on what when you click over here, that is where the placeholder shows. Okay, it's supposed to show over here. So over here is also what also dark, you cannot see it as it is. So what we're gonna do is what let me just you know um make the color a little bit like this one over here, and then the same as the placeholder. Okay, so let me just make it what a little bit white over here, and let's see how it behaves. Okay, so as you can see, you can see the text and the placeholder what over here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it as it is, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to content over here, and then I will definitely add the search icon. Okay, so I'm going to search the search icon over here so that people will know that it is what it is basically for searching. Okay, so I'm going to use what this icon over here, and then insert it in it so that people what will know that it is what it is basically for searching, even though we are not getting the right thing to what to search. Now I'm going to what adjust this one and let it come here a little bit, and then I'll click over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in what a heading you know um widget over here. Okay, I'm going to drag in a heading widget over here, and then yeah, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write what or. Okay, just like this. Okay, I'll position it in the center over here, and then with this I want to adjust it well. Okay, so I'll click over here and then go to the layout over here, and then with the vertical I would put it in the middle so that it will be in the middle. Okay, now this one says what or, and then I'll go and style it. Okay, so I'm going to style it. So I'll go over here, and then what just give it the normal styling thing that I give to every other element. Okay, so I'm going to give this one the typography, which is what Montserrat. Okay, so I'm going to give it what Montserrat. Yeah, very good. So now I have my or defined for me. Okay, so as you can see, it is quite okay. Now I can go over here. Okay, and then over here, what do I want? I want a button. Okay, so I can drag in what a button widget to over here. Okay, and that is good. So I click over here, and then what does it say? It says what browse music. Okay, so what I'm going to do is what I'm just going to type in what browse music. Okay, so guys, browse music means that it's supposed to take us to what our music news. So let's see if it takes us to over there, or let me see music and see where it takes me to. Yeah, so music and news over here. Okay, it's supposed to take me over there. I'm going to position it in the middle over here, or I'm going to position it over here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to style it a little bit. So I'm going to go over here and then change the color to the yellow color. Okay, so I'm going to change this color to a little bit bright yellow. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so this yellow, and then yeah, so I think this one is okay. So you can create if you don't want any border and all those things, you can just border radius, you don't want it, you want the padding and all those things, you can unlink the padding and then give a top as maybe 10, right 20, bottom 10, right 20. Okay, or top 15, bottom 15. Okay, so basically just like something like this. Okay, so as you can see, we have something like this over here. Okay, so you can adjust it anyhow you want it. You can let this one what go this place. Okay, so you can push it anyhow you want to push it, and then bring this one also here. So it depends on how you want it. So we are moving forward. So then the next one, what is the next one over here? The next one, so this one over here is just an image. Okay, so if I right click over here and then I say save image as, I can easily bring that image over there. So what you need to do is just create an image size the way you want it. Okay, and then after that, let's say download. Okay, so I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, so because this one is linked to something, it downloaded the HTML over here, but then you can use an image over here. But I'm not going to, because this is an ad. Okay, so I'm not going to waste time over here, but of course you can place an ad over here. Okay, to advertise anything that you want to advertise. Okay, it's okay for you. Now the next one that I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the trending highlight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one over here, click on the one column section over here, and then all what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an a heading widget over here. Okay, and then I'll say trending highlight. Okay, just like what this one says. This one says trending highlight. So I'm just going to copy it and then bring it over here. Okay, say trending highlight, position it in the middle over here, go to style, make sure that I style it the way I want it. Okay, so I'm gonna make it black. Okay, and then I'll go to advanced over here. Okay, and then maybe give it a background image background, classic background with a yellow kind of color. Okay, so I can give it this kind of yellow color over here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'll go to the layout over here, and then give it a padding. Okay, a little bit of a padding. So I'll give it a top padding of 20, bottom padding of 20. Okay, so as you can see, I have trending highlight over here. Now I can go to my style over here and then give it white color. Okay, so now my trending highlight is now ready. Okay, so it's very simple. Now I'm going to change the typography to Montserrat. Okay, so I want to change the typography to Montserrat. Okay, and then I'll make it 35. Okay, so this is trending highlight. Okay, very good. Now what is the next one? The next one is this beautiful cards over here. Okay, now how is it this one created? Now it's very simple, because we installed the element kit and all the other things over here. Okay, so we're gonna choose one column structure over here. So just choose one column structure over here, and then with this one column structure over here, what we're going to do is we're going to bring something over here. Okay, we're going to bring the cards that you see over here. Okay, so how do we do it? Now we go to a search over here, and then we bring in blog. We're going to bring in blog. Okay, so we have the blog post over here. So we're going to drag this one over here. Okay, so when you drag this one over here, this is how it's going to it's going to be like. Okay, so but this is not what we want. Okay, this is not what we want. Let's see, we want it to be grid. Okay, so let's see the grid over here and see how it works. Yeah, so perfectly, this is what we're gonna look for. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it comes with. So you can adjust it anyhow you want it. So we want 3. We don't want to show content. Okay, we just don't want to show content. Let's look at this one over here. Okay, it shows this one. Okay, very good. So now let's go over here. So what let's try and then see. So if we enable this one, what happens? Okay, so we don't want it that way, we want it this way. We want disable this one. Okay, so now we have this one done. Now let's go through and then see how best we can adjust this one. Okay, so let's look at the categories. So we bring our categories over here. Okay, so select by category, post, and all those things. You can do that. Okay, and then, or you can select by recent post. Okay, so it depends on, but know that with this one, it does it, if somebody with this one, it is not every um you know it is not every post that comes over here. It is only the trending highlight. Now what this website does is that now they have created a category which is called maybe featured or trending highlights. So anytime they place in that part of that kind of category in this column, what happens is that it brings that category that post on this under this part. Okay, so you can also do same by creating your own kind of a trending highlight category. Okay, just like you created the videos and artists and all those things, you can create a trending highlight category and then place it over here. Okay, so with the post, I'm going to say 4. Okay, and then the same as the layout, I'm going to say 4. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so of course you can go through this ones over here. You can also do some few changes that you want to change. Okay, so you can even crop the title by word. You can do so many things with this one. Okay, now if you go to the query over here, you can also sort by date, sort by whatever it is. Okay, now if you go to the meta how do you call it, the metadata, you can show date, and you can even show floating date. Okay, so with a floating date, you can show it anyhow you want to show it. Now if you want to show it this way, it could be it could be done. Okay, so as you can see, this is what they used over here. Okay, so basically like this one. So you can do anything that you want to do about this particular place. Now we want to make it let's say we want to the title over here. Let me go to here. Okay, so I want to crop the title by word. Okay, so I want to crop it, let's say 4 words. Okay, so 4. So it's gonna be something like this. Okay, so let's say 5. Yeah, so something like this is what it's gonna be like. Okay, so let's say 6. Any word that you bring will make sure that, but I think 4 is quite okay, so I'm gonna say 5 is quite okay. So the reason why I'm saying 5, because I want all to be on the same on the same line. Okay, I don't want some of them to overlap the other. Okay, and that is exactly what I want. So basically this is it. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to go to style over here, and then we will have to we have to style it. Okay, so if you look at this one over here, the style is yellow. Okay, so we're going to do the same. So the background, wrapper background, what it's going to do is we're going to give it a background of that kind of yellow fill. Okay, so we're going to give it that kind of the yellow fill. Yeah, so I think this one should run through all of them. I'm going to copy this one, or I'm going to add it to the global colors. Okay, so this is the yellow that we're using. Okay, create it. Okay, so this is the yellow that we're using. I'm going to go over here and use it also over here. Okay, go to I think advanced. Okay, go to advanced over here, and then go to background. Where is the background? Oh no, not this one. Yeah, this one over here. Go to advanced, and then go to what background. Okay, background is over here, and then we can use what yellow. Okay, yeah, or we can decide to use this theme what color. Okay, so that it matches everywhere. Okay, I think this one will be quite okay. We'll use the theme what the theme color, so that it matches what everywhere. So basically this is it. Now if you go to what, this is a wrapper. Now let's go to the button. Okay, so with the button over here, we want to what, we want to change it to, also we want to change the background type to the color that we want. So the background type, we want to change to classic, and we're going to use the theme what, the theme color. Okay, oh, this one is black. Okay, so we're gonna use what, the dark color. Okay, sorry, so we'll use black. Okay guys, so as you can see, everything is what's falling in place, everything is working perfectly well. So now we have this one done. Now the next one is what, just arrived. Okay, so what we're gonna do is what, we're gonna go for just arrived. So I'll click over here and then choose one column session, go to advanced over here, give it 90. Okay, click over here, bring heading widget in it, and then just name the heading widget just arrived. Okay, so let me look over here. This one says read more, read more. Okay, so over here I'm gonna see what, just arrived. It means that the content just what, arrived. Okay, so we're gonna go to style over here, and then what we're gonna do is what, we're gonna, yeah, this is white, so we're gonna make it to black. Now remember that I'm doing it on white, and then later on it will change to what, black, because of I'll install what, a plugin which will help me bring the night mode onto the what, onto the website. So that is exactly what I'm doing. So so as you can see over here, this is what just arrived. I'm going to change the typography to whatever I want. So I'm going to say go to for Montserrat. Okay, so Montserrat over here, and then the size I'm going to go for 35. Okay, so this is what just arrived. Now under just arrived, what do we have? We have what, we have trending new what songs. Okay, so all the new songs that now we're going to do the same thing. Click over here, click on one column session over here. Now let me go to this place, and then I'm going to change this one from 90 to, let's say, 40. Okay, so this one is quite okay. I'll come to it, I'll click on this plus icon over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for blog again, or post. Let me say post again. So let me go for post and then see what happened. Oh, so let me click search for post. So as you can see, we have post grade, we have post template, we have what, blog post, we have blog post grade over here. Now let's try and use this post grade and see. Okay, so guys, this is the post grade that we want to use. Okay, so if you look over here, this is exactly what they used over here. Okay, so the post grade. So we're going to edit this. Now what we are going to do is you will either choose the we don't want, we will exclude some of the things over here, like for instance the how do you call it, this author name and all those things. We will exclude some of them from it. Okay, so exclude. So what do you want to exclude? So you can type in whatever you want to exclude. So this is what the query over here. Okay, so the page source. Okay, so how many post per page? So of course I want let's say 12 posts per page. Okay, so if you want 12 posts per page, you can you can have it. Okay, but I want just 8. I want 8 posts per page. Okay, so as you can see over here, it is it is just it is 12. All right, but for me I want 8. Okay, so I want 8 per post over here. And then I'm going to go through and then check the layout settings over here. So you can check the template, what you want, the template layout, the column that you want, how you want it. You want it grid, or you want it to the other way around. Okay, so I think grid is quite okay, because all becomes the same, okay, on the same. But if you want it to masonry, you realize that some of them doesn't work really well. Okay, so it depends on how you want it. Now let's say grid. Let's choose grid, and then load more. Okay, if you want to hide load more, you can either hide or show. Okay, so load more, we can load more, and then show image, and then the image size. Okay, so as you can see, the image size is this medium. Okay, now the reason why all the image sizes are the same is that all my image sizes on the website, because I'm making it as music, what I did was that I created the size to be the same size, 900 pixel by 900 pixels. So no matter how you set the image size, it will be the same. So let's say you want to set the size to be 500. Okay, let's say I want to set the size to be 500, the height to be 500. All of them will still be the same, the way I want it. Okay, and that is it. So of course I don't want it to be that kind of how do you call it, I don't want it to be that kind of big. Okay, so I can undo it. Okay, and then it's still gonna be how I want it. Okay, so basically, this is quite okay for me. Now you can show or hide title. Okay, you can show or hide except, and I'm going to hide the except. Okay, you can also show or hide read more. Now if you look over here, it doesn't say read more, it says download. Okay, so of course we don't want it to say read more, we want it to say download. So instead of read more, we want to change it to download. Okay, and then the meta over here, you can show or hide meta. Okay, and this is exactly what we want. Okay, so as you can see over here, this is exactly what we want. So guys, basically everything is falling in place, everything is working perfectly for us. Now you can check out the links, image link, and all those things. You can check it out. Now let's go to the style over here, and then how we want it to be. Okay, so of course, apart from the download, that we want it to be to be in the yellow. Yeah, in the yellow, we want everything to be the same. So with the style, I think it's quite okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to typography, and then all this spacing and all those things. Okay, so let's see over here. So this is color, typography, and spacing. Okay, so the typography, we're going to choose Montserrat for all of them. Okay, so you can decide to choose what you want. So I'm going to choose Montserrat. So as you can see, everything changes to Montserrat, and I'm going to choose 18 as a font size. Okay, and everything goes to 18. So I think it's okay. And then with the hover, okay, I still want to use my global yellow color. Oh, sorry, I want to use the global default color over here, so that when I hover on it, it's gonna be something like something like this. Okay, I think this is quite okay for me. Now with the except, I'm not going to do anything over here. Okay, so this is quite okay. Now when you go to the read more over here, now the color should be this color. Okay, and the typography should be Montserrat. Okay, so I'm going to choose Montserrat for it. Okay, and then the font size, I can choose 14. make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so I think this is what quite okay for me. Now of course you can give it what a background, or any kind of thing that you want to give it. Okay, it depends on what, it depends on you. You can also position it what in the middle. It depends on what, it depends on you. Okay, yeah, but I think where it was is what is quite okay for me, and I am okay with it. Now let's go to the load more what button over here. Okay, so with the load more button over here, with the background, we're gonna use our normal background, our normal color over here, this one over here. And then what we're gonna do is border radius, I'm gonna make it towards 0. And then with the margin and all those things, you can what, you can decide to what, unlink this one, the margin and the padding. Okay, and then create your own what padding. So top 20, bottom 20, this one also what, let's say 30, this one 30. Okay, or maybe top 15, bottom 15. Yeah, so I think yeah, it's quite okay. And then I can give a top margin of what, 20. Okay, yeah, which will bring it down. Then a bottom margin of also what, 20. Okay, so I think this is quite okay. It's quite okay. And then maybe the typography, I'll change it from the default to Montserrat. Okay, so we good to go. And then we make it with, let's say 18. Yeah, quite okay. And then the weight, we can what, increase the weight or not. So it depends on what, it depends on you. So guys, as you can see, everything is what, working perfectly as planned. Okay, now the next one left right now is for us to check the what, the card, hover card over here. Now as you can see, if you look at this one over here, okay, now if you hover on it, it brings what, music. Okay, and that's exactly what we want. Now we want to hover on it, and then music or audio is what we want to see. Okay, so you can choose between any of this one. So I want to choose this one, and then click on what, insert. So if I hover on it, I want to see what, music. Okay, so guys, I think everything is what set for us. So all what you need to do is to click on what, update. Okay, so just click on the update, and then go to the next one, and then let's see. So oh, so this one say that's what, that's the round kind of what shape. Now of course you can do so if you want it that way. Okay, so we can go to what, the read more button over here, and then make it like that's circle the border radius over here. Okay, we can make it to what, let's say 50. We can make the border radius 50. Okay, so if you make it 50, what happens? Oh, sorry, we're gonna go for what, load more. Okay, load more, not read more, load more. So over here, with the border radius, we want to make it to a 50. Okay, so as you can see, it says what, 50. Now when we hover on it, we want it to change color to black. We don't want it to be what, yeah, we want it to be this color. Okay, so we hover on it, it's supposed to be what, this color. Okay, so guys, as you can see, everything works. Now we can click on what, update over here. Okay, so now that we have this one done, what else do we have to do? The next one is what, is music videos. Okay, so with the music videos, it's also very simple. We can just copy this one. So right click over here on the 6 dot over here, and then click on copy. Come over here, come and paste it here. Okay, right here. Okay, now instead of just arrive, we can write what, music videos in it. So music videos. Okay, so as you can see, we have it. Now I can also right click over here. Okay, and then just copy this one. Okay, and then come over here and then paste this one over here. Okay, so guys, as you can see, since we're going to separate the music videos, then I suggest that we eliminate any music video from this place. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and then we're going to choose by what category. Okay, so we're going to say what, music. we're gonna use all music. We will use all music over here. Okay, so as you can see, these are the music that comes under music. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 4. Okay, so just arrive. Okay, so it's okay. Now the music videos also, we can click over here, and then with the categories also, we can choose music, videos. Okay, so videos will be quite okay for us. Videos. Yes, so as you can see, these are the videos under music videos. Okay, so now that we have this one also done, now what is the next one that we have to do? So the next one is entertainment, you know entertainment news. Okay, so the same way that we copied this one, we're gonna copy the same one also over here. So we're gonna click on copy, come over here, paste it over here, come here, click on this one also, copy, come over here, paste it over here. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this one to entertainment news. Okay, so entertainment news. Okay, and then over here also, we want to change it to we want to delete this one and then change it to maybe news. So entertainment news will be here. Okay, so as you can see, this is entertainment news. Okay, now guys, now that we are done, the more content you have on your blog, the more thing you also get. Okay, so now that we are done, we need to create this part over here. Okay, now this part showcases the social media and all those things over there. So it's also very simple. You can click over here, use this one column section over here, and then give it a full width, and then with the height, give it a minimum height over here. Okay, now go to style over here, and then add an image background to it. So we're gonna add an image background. So let's say we're gonna use this one. Okay, so of course you can use anything. Okay, so let's say we're gonna use this one, and then with the position we say center, and then with the attachment we say okay, let's make it scroll. Okay, and then with the repeat we say no repeat, and then with the size we say cover. Okay, so when you scroll, it's gonna be something like this. Now let's give it an overlay. Okay, so over here we can go over here and then just make an overlay on it. Okay, so that increase the opacity a little bit. Okay, so this is quite okay. Now you can click over here, and then what does it say? It says let's get connected. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one and then come over here, drag in this one over here. I'm going to drag in this one over here. Let me drag in this one, and then I'm going to paste in let's get connected over there. I'm going to position it in the middle. Okay, go to style it the way I want it. Okay, so I'm going to and give it a white color, make it Montserrat. Okay, so go to here, make it Montserrat the way I want it, and then give it something like 22, or let's say 30, or maybe 35. Okay, so this one is quite okay. Now with the social media, you can pasting or bringing your social media thing over there, or you can go to your Facebook and then create an app for it. Now of course, and then you can bring in your that kind of HTML embed, and then come and put it over here. So you can copy your HTML and then it will create the whole app on your website. But what we're going to do is very simple. We're going to search for social, and then we're going to copy, and we're going to bring this one over here. Now as you can see, you can bring in your Facebook feed over here. You can bring in your anything that you want over here. So if it is Facebook feed, you can just put it over here, and then just type in your Facebook ID, your access token, your your source, and all those things. Okay, but that is not what we want. We just want to what we just want to delete this one, and then just go for social. Okay, and then I'm going to bring the social media icons over here, and then I'm going to have this thing over. And of course, if I click over here, I can add what my Facebook link over here. I can the same thing add my Twitter links over here. I can the same thing add my YouTube link over. Now if I want Instagram, I can click on add and then choose Instagram for it. Okay, click on over here, choose Instagram for it, and then bring my Instagram link over here. Okay, so basically that is how you can get connected. Okay, so as you can see, guys, we are done with preparing the home page for this particular website. So simple and so easy to do. Now every website needs to be responsive, and that is the most important thing. Okay, so because people spend a whole lot of time on mobile, and you need to make sure that your websites are optimized for mobile use. Okay, so to do that, we're going to click on the responsive mode over here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to click on tablet over here. Okay, check out our website in the tablet mode. So as you can see, everything is working perfectly quite well. Okay, everything is perfectly working quite well. Now we can go to mobile over here, and then we can check it from the beginning. So as you can see, everything is working perfectly well. Okay, so if you go over here, you can just check your tag style and all those things. Okay, so how do you want it on on mobile and all those kind of stuff? You can also do same. Okay, so the arrows, you can decide to change the arrows and everything. If you think everything is quite okay for you, you can just leave it the way it is, and then move ahead to check out. This one is okay. Now this one over here, we can position it in the middle. Okay, so when we click on it, we can go to the content over here, and then position it in the middle. Now we are good to go. Now when you go to the trending highlight also over here, now you go to the trending highlight over here, you can also click on it like this, and then go to the content over here. Go to style, go to style over here, and then check out the size of it. Okay, so yeah, I think this one is quite okay. So basically we are okay with this one. Okay, so I think everything is quite okay. So the same thing applies to this one. If you think just arrival is quite okay, you leave it as it is. Okay, so as you can see, everything is perfectly okay over here. Okay, so entertainment news, if you think it's okay, you leave it. If you think you can adjust it small, then we need to adjust it to a little bit smaller. Okay, so 25 is quite okay. 25 is okay. Let me go to music videos also over here, and then go to the style over here, go to typography, and also 25 is okay. So everything is working perfect. Now the last one is let's get connected. So I can click over here, go to the typography. Instead of 35, I can make it to 25. Okay, so I can even make it like 28. Yeah, so this one is quite okay. So as you can see, guys, everything works perfectly. Now with this one, I can reduce the size, the minimum height a little bit, so I can make it something like this. Okay, making it looks professional. So as you can see, guys, everything works perfectly well. Okay, so that is how everything is working. Now our website is fully functioning, and it's going to be professional. Now we can click on update over here, and then we are good to go. So that is how we can be able to create the home page, okay, for our our website. Okay, so I hope you guys have gotten this one. Now our next one is what to customize all the other pages of the home site, the website, bring in the sidebars and all those things on each of every what post. Now if you look at this one over here, if you click on one particular post over here, you can see that all the sidebars comes perfectly well. Okay, so as you can see, each and every post have its sidebar. Okay, and then also I'm going to show you how we can bring in this how do you call it, this toggle icon over here, whereby you can toggle between the daytime and then the night time. Okay, all these things I'll show you how you can be able to do it. And then also bring in all the trending songs, and we can create how do you call it, playlist over here for the website. So we're going to do that in the next video. Thank you. See you in the next video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share all the things that you are learning over here. See you in the next video. Bye bye.